the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. A bad very film. Bad guys do real shit, no one can stop it. Walking in the shadows, always all the profit. Fast cars, big dreams, living on the edge. Haters talking trash, but we ain't even faced. Just some rebels with the cars, breaking all the rules. Bosses in the game, always playing it cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Chasing that money, living for the thrill, aiming for the top, gotta make the kill. Street smart, no room for the weak. Cross us once, you'll feel the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. A bad very film. Bad guys do real shit, no one can stop it. Walking in the shadows, always all the profit. Fast cars, big dreams, living on the edge. Haters talking trash, but we ain't even faced. Just some rebels with the cars, breaking all the rules. Bosses in the game, always playing it cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Chasing that money, Living for the thrill, aiming for the top, gotta make the kill. Street smart, no room for the weak. Cross us once, you'll feel the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heal shit podcast.
Viewer discretion time.
Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, heel faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz, that's Draven Grimes, and this is HSP. What are we talking about, Draven?
Tonight, we are talking 5 of the most important wrestlers for AEW's initial success in 2019.
All right, well, we'll get into it right after this.
Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain.
All right, how you doing, Draven?
Oh, this weekend was not long enough.
Not at all.
But
What up, Johnny?
the good news, I'm so glad Johnny listened to me whenever I told him the correct time.
That's,
Johnny fucking Hughes.
That's big.
Yeah. Ready to knock out these 2 days of shoot jobbing. That way we can have a week to just knock some shit out because we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline.
Absolutely.
Hell
We
yeah.
definitely do. We got a big surprise. Probably tell them halfway through the show.
Yeah. Probably,
Yeah.
probably coming back from
Yeah.
my ad.
All right, so we got the 5 most important wrestlers for AEW's initial success.
Well, 2 sitting in this room, so.
Yes.
All right, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to do this conversation style or do you want to do this list style? Because. Is he okay?
Jesus. All right.
It's too early for this shit.
God damn it.
All right, so I put a ground rule down, and I said we couldn't use any one of the 4 pillars because I thought that would be cheating a little bit more. But I gave myself even more of a fucking handicap. I did not name any of the EVPs, so no Cody, no Young Bucks, no Paige, no Kenny.
You went above and beyond, sir.
Yes, because I really wanted to highlight the ones that really put in the work that wasn't just there by name.
Okay.
So, how do you want to do this? Want to do this conversely, or do you want to do this like bounce back and forth?
Yeah, Bell.
Before Elwood had a fucking fit with his laughing gas.
Probably a back and forth.
Wait a minute. Where did you get fucking laughing gas? Never mind. I don't want to know.
We can bounce back and forth 5-1, and then just talk about them as we go.
That's fine. That works for me. So, who's going first?
I'll go first.
All right.
And I know you didn't want this name on this list, but I have to put Chris Jericho on this list somewhere. And the reason why I say that is not because he was still a stud wrestler.
Where's he at on your list? He's at number 5?
Yeah.
Or is he at number 1? Okay.
No, but the network specifically wanted him,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought legitimacy to the world title in that first run.
Correct.
So we might not have an AEW TV deal if Jericho wasn't signed. You know, I just think he's too important to ignore when you're talking about the infancy of AEW.
Your number 5's my number 1.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Because of everything that you said. Because of when you start a company, and you can vouch for this because you've been in a similar position, I've been in a similar position. You need value on whoever you put on that show. In 2018 to 2019, Chris Jericho, love him or hate him, and this is before I called him the fastest slow man alive. He is the household name that's not signed by any company. It made perfect sense for Chris Jericho to go in there. Now, whether I agree or disagree with how they booked him / he booked himself is fucking irrelevant. not to mention, we talked about it many times over the years, about whoever he feuded with. It's almost like, unfortunately, like a Bray Wyatt situation where they just fucking fall off the face of the earth. But let's not forget about the people he gave the rub to. Let's remember what started in 2019, the Inner Circle.
Mm-hmm.
He had Hager, for whatever fucking reason. He had Sammy Guevara, which they worked so well off each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Santana Ortiz, which were coming fresh off a TNA run. That quickly became very fucking popular, especially once they switched from heel to babyface. Fucking fantastic shit. All great work, except for Jake Hager. So if this was like 2021 Chris Jericho, I would probably jump over this table and fuck you up with the bubbly bottle. But in 2019, this was back when I was a fan of Chris Jericho. This was back when, you know, he could still work. He was still in decent shape. His character work was great, and he didn't bastardize his legacy, at least in my opinion. You're right. And for that reason, he is number one on my list, because he is the household name that drew audience, casual audience, from one company to this company.
Right. Okay, cool. So who's your number 5 then?
We talked about this either yesterday or Friday, where I said there's going to be a name on here that once I say it, you're going to be like, oh, fuck, I didn't even give that a second thought.
Okay.
Nyla Rose.
Didn't even give it a first thought.
Key figure in establishing AEW's women division. She was basically like the ultimate heel in that division. The first openly transgender wrestler to sign with a major U.S. promotion. That's fucking big. Whether you agree with the LGBTQ or not, that's still fucking big. She brought visibility and representation to that style, or lifestyle, I should say. Dominant presence in AEW, gave a monster heel, like I said. She soon became the world champion, which, that fucking belt. You remember like the old,
Like in the 60s, the championship belts?
I was gonna say, like, remember like the wrist style that you can buy now for like $100 off WWE Shop?
Uh-huh.
That's what that belt looked like.
Yeah,
and
it was
to be
tiny.
fair, it was. I'm so glad it got replaced.
So,
But for me, you know, she brought, whether it was good publicity or bad publicity is still just that. You still get eyes on your product. And I knew about her long before I knew about Riho or fucking Britt Baker, because she was so intriguing, because I've never seen this particular kind of story play out. And remember, this is back in a time where the transgender thing was like really starting to fucking blow up. Like, what was that? I use this term loosely. What was that dude's name that was swimming with the women?
oh, yeah,
college?
Leah Thomas.
That one. So that was kind of working over there. But in this, it felt like it was right. It's all pro wrestling's a fucking work. I mean,
Right.
how many times have we had intergender matches and we never really batted an eye at it?
Right.
What made this so different?
Nothing.
Exactly. But people thought it was different. It was intriguing, and I wanted to watch this. So Nyla Rose is my number 5.
Okay. Well, sticking in the women's division for my number 4 is Britt Baker.
Like you didn't.
No. Britt Baker, to me, put the world on notice that AEW's women's division was something to contend with.
Correct.
That match against, the 2 or 3 bloody matches that she was in,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people had a hard time with the girls bleeding, but she set the tone of what the AEW's women's division was at that point.
Mm-hmm.
The Thunder Rosa match where she came back and finally won the title. These are major steps to the legitimacy of the women's division.
So I'm right there with you. She was right there. I did put her down as an honorable mention, because really in 2019 she was just another worker. It wasn't until she did that heel turn in very early 2020 where you recognize, oh my God, there's fucking greatness here. But like I said, because this was 2019 and I was trying to focus on like the first 4 or 5 months of AEW in 2019, she just slipped by.
Right.
But yeah, I'm with that. I can understand that. I can respect that. But to me, it was just I didn't really start caring about Britt Baker until when she did the heel turn.
I get you.
Mm-hmm. So what's that?
You're
Number
number
4.
4.
One of your favorites. One of your favorites. And I will be 100% honest. I didn't see it in 2019. All I saw was, what the fuck am I watching? Freshly squeezed. Orange Cassidy.
Love me some Orange Cassidy.
Yes. Despite the slacker gimmick, Orange Cassidy became a breakout mainstream attraction. His unique comedy meets skill style really was, I'm not gonna lie, it fucking turned me off for a while until I started seeing it get over with the fucking fans, right? You know, to the point, you know, Tony gave him the full endorsement, being one of the most valuable assets very early on. That feud with Chris Jericho and the fucking giant orange mimosa thing. No matter how comedic it was, it put eyes on the brand, especially during the COVID era. So, yeah, Orange Cassidy definitely earns that spot very early on in age.
And for the entire length, I mean, he's still what I consider the best international champion they've had.
Mm-hmm.
He was a workhorse like the first 3 or 4 years of AEW. He had more matches than anybody else on the card. And he was a huge fan favorite.
Yeah,
like,
still is.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I mean, he needs to get back on TV. But
I was going to ask you about that. I haven't seen him in forever.
No, I haven't either. I can't. Did he get put out by Moxley too?
Maybe, because I remember them two having something going on mid last year. So maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because I remember that he was the one that was supposed to be leading the charge for the AEW side.
Because he really started getting hot on the mic and shit. Like, like that slacker demeanor was really kind of getting pushed to the back burner. Like, it was getting actually emotional and shit. So I was like, oh, okay. And then it's gone. I was like, what the fuck?
All right, so before we go on to the number 3s, let's take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Yeah.
What up, Yo Faction? Today's day and age, internet security is of paramount importance. That's why today's sponsor is Surfshark VPN. Tell them about it, Draven.
It was really quite simple. VPNs are the way of the future. Keeps your stuff secure, safe, and out of hackers' hands. You want to go watch Netflix over in Japan? Flip that shit over. You want to go watch the capital P word, and you can't because you're in one of these states that got it banned? Flip that shit over to another country. Really quite simple.
Absolutely. Keeps your information safe, out of the hands of hackers. VPNs, as Draven said, are the future. If you use the link in the description, you can get Surfshark VPN for 88% off, plus 3 free months.
Damn, that's quite a steal.
Yeah, we're talking about less than $2 per month, plus 3 free months. If you sign up using the link in the description. Safe surfing, happy surfing, keep your shit safe. We'll get back to the show. And we are back. James, how you doing, bro? Doing good here. Doing good. Want to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. You hit that button down here that says join. $1.99 a month gets you pretty much everything you need. You get the merch at cost. Members have an entirely separate merch store. Everything's at cost. You get the emojis, the stickers. You get all the members-only videos, and we'll be releasing a couple more this week. We also have a $4.99 tier, which includes all of that stuff. Plus, you get a monthly Zoom call with us. The Zoom call will be next weekend. And you get we follow back on your social medias and communicate, all that kind of good stuff.
Yep.
So check out those tiers, and we'd love to have you as a member.
And real quick, if you are on the $4.99 tier, please send us an email by no later than Wednesday, the heelshitpodcast@gmail.com, so we can get everybody in a pool together, so we can get everybody's Zoom call link sent to them.
Hold up. James, thank you so much for joining the heel faction.
Beautiful, sir. Number 3, if you please.
My number 3 is Jon Moxley.
Damn it.
And I say this because, besides the fact that his Jon Moxley character was one of the biggest indie stars there was, but he was the first major WWE crossover. He completely changed from his gimmick that in WWE to his Jon Moxley gimmick that the indies knew. And his first feud with Omega was a worldwide feud. Like, he not only gave legitimacy to the U.S. market, he also gave legitimacy to the Japanese market as well. Huge in both places. Hardcore style set AEW apart. Jon Moxley, number 3 for me.
Moxley was my number 2. And I really want to put him to number 1. But going back to what you said about Jericho, about as far as the TV deals really prevalent because of him, I couldn't fucking push Moxley above that. But you're right. Remember Double or Nothing 2019?
Yep.
That moment, no music, no nothing. He just came through the fucking crowd and destroyed Omega. Destroyed that motherfucker, and then gave that classic fucking promo that got posted later on about there's a paradigm shift in professional wrestling. No truer words were ever said.
Yep.
Early on, Jon Moxley was, and he got this a lot, and I'm going to be honest, I kind of agree with it. He was the Stone Cold of AEW in the early days.
Yeah.
Because he was the anti-authority, he was the badass, he was unhinged, he was, sorry Fed, he was a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
And he fucking played off it well. I wouldn't say that he changed really from Dean Ambrose into Jon Moxley. I think Ambrose was like Moxley turned down to 3.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he had to play within a certain bound of rules. But once he was able to leave the Fed, he was able just to be fully himself. But what a lot of people don't talk about is when he left WWE. This wasn't straight to AEW. He did go do a short run in New Japan.
Sure.
Where he showed the world that he just wasn't another Fed guy. And a lot of people did forget this. He was an independent worker before he joined WWE back in 2010. So he had to remind everybody just who the fuck Jon Moxley was.
Yeah.
And because of that, I felt he brought more legitimacy to AEW in the early days because he was able to go reinvent himself, put his fucking name out there and actually make it worth something. And then when he showed up at AEW 2019 at Double or Nothing, it was off to the fucking races.
Yep.
It was only a matter of time before we got Jericho versus Moxley. It was only a matter of time before Moxley took over the World Heavyweight Championship. It just sucks the timing of his first title run because he carried AEW through the fucking pandemic.
Yep.
And just like Drew McIntyre over on the other channel, Moxley deserved more than what he got. He made the best of it because let's think of some of the feuds he had, dude. He had Brody Lee. He had fucking Eddie Kingston. Remember those fucking promos back and forth?
Oh, yeah.
Those were fucking amazing. Good shit all around, but again, he deserved more than what he got. But yeah, he was my number 2.
All right. So who's your number 3?
Pac.
Okay.
Being the first major international signing. His style bridged from like New Japan over to the English style. Like he was If I was to build a prototype of what I want a professional wrestler to be, add 6 inches to him, and Pac is it. He works any style. He can do anything, whether strong style, American style, lucha, British style, comedic, serious, brawl, catch as catch scan, Greco-Roman. He can do it all. He is the prototypical professional wrestler of this day and age.
Yeah.
And I solely believe that if he just had like 3 or 4 more inches in height, he would have never left the fucking Fed because they would have pushed him to the fucking moon. He had the body, he had the charisma, he had everything, especially when he turned heel and he was borderline fucking psychotic in the Fed. Best character work he ever did. And he carried that over to AEW. And he became a household fucking name almost overnight in the wrestling community because of AEW.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pac number 3 for sure.
Okay.
And a lot of people sleep on him. A lot of people forgot about him.
For some reason, he is easy to out of sight, out of mind. But every time he's on screen, he's the star. So, I don't know what that strange dichotomy is, but
I know at least from like 2020 until the pandemic ended, travel was his main problem because like Ospreay, he lives over in the UK. It's not like he lived over in Tampa. Like once he was released from WWE, he went home and was rebuilding himself as Pac again. Because again, the former Adrian Neville was an independent worker before going to WWE under the name Pac. So he had to go and reinvent himself again. So travel was his biggest issue in the pandemic, which is completely understandable for anybody and everybody that's tried to travel out of country during the COVID era. That was just next to impossible.
yeah.
And if you somehow did it, you still had a 2-week quarantine stay before you could do anything in this country. It was fucking bad.
Yeah. That's the understatement, but yeah.
And again, this kind of falls into with Moxley in the pandemic era. If the pandemic era didn't happen, I could see Pac being world champion in the early days. I wouldn't necessarily seen Death Triangle come about, which for people that forgot about that, no, you don't. That was Pac, that was Penta, and that was Rey Fenix.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting dichotomy. Never really understood it, but they worked well off each other.
Yeah. And maybe that's what the issue is. Maybe they don't know what to do with Pac without Death Triangle.
Ring of Honor. I hate to say it because at this point, Ring of Honor feels like a fucking demotion.
Yeah.
But let him go over there like fucking Joe did and fucking put some legitimacy on Ring of Honor. Maybe that'll fucking help with the television deal. Because I remember when Joe was the television champion, they were actually in talks about putting Ring of Honor on television because of the fucking name power.
Yeah. That is true.
Because like we said on fucking, what was it? Oh, that new thing that we haven't said anything. But remember, I did say something because Honor Club's not making any fucking money. Ring of Honor is not making any fucking money. Why not go ahead and just put it on fucking television?
Yep. All right. Well, I guess I'll spill my number 2.
Oh, you got number 2 and number 1. I'm out.
Shit, you're
you
right.
took mine, my guy. I mean, I got 2 more honorable mentions we could talk about.
Okay. We'll have to because
okay.
I didn't mean to snipe all your shit.
You sniped my top 2 guys. I kind of figured that was going to happen, but I kind of figured they would also been like 2 and 1.
Oh, okay.
So we could talk about them.
Yeah. My number 2 is Hangman. And the reason why I say that is because he was the guy from the start. He was the reason. Before AEW started, he was the one that they wanted to be the face of the company.
And I still don't understand.
So I think, and maybe if I had to do it again, I'd switch Jericho with this. But I think that does something to a company when you say, okay, this is going to be the guy. Let's book around him. And I think that is a pretty important piece of the puzzle for this. Rethinking it, I'd probably put him at number 5 and Jericho here. But
I still don't get the hype about Hangman. I never have. Great worker. I've never taken that away from him. A few years ago, he said some things on an interview I didn't fucking agree with at all, as far as listening to your elders and shit like that. From a professional standpoint.
yes.
But to me, I've never seen him as being the guy they're going to build a company around. I've never seen that. I still don't see that. I understand why he's world champion now, because of the way it was booked up.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just not, to me, the guy for AEW. Like, to me, there's not really any one in particular person other than Swerve or Ospreay. Those are the only two people I can see as the guy for AEW, the face of AEW. I don't see Kenny. I don't see the Fucks. Definitely don't see fucking Hangman.
Yeah.
To me, Hangman's just like, Hangman to me is what Triple H was in '99. Great, solid talent there when you need him, but I didn't see the potential for what Triple H would become. And I guess that's just me. Maybe 2-3 years we'll have this conversation and we're like, oh yeah, I was fucking wrong. But here we are, 6 years into AEW, and he was supposed to be that guy day one. I didn't see it then. I don't see it now.
Yeah, well, regardless of whether you agree with it, I think it makes an important piece of the puzzle at the very beginning.
Oh, 100%. He is definitely important. Just like the Fucks, just like Omega, just like Cody.
Yeah, but I don't think he's important as an EVP. I think he's important because they were specifically booking for him.
I don't see the book. I really don't. I saw the booking for Moxley. I saw the booking for Jericho. Did not see it for Hangman. Because if that was the case, why the fuck would you have Hangman and Kenny fucking tag? If you wanted him to be the fucking guy, why did you let him ride off fucking Kenny's coattails?
Well, wasn't that after Hangman lost the title, though?
Hangman's first title was the tag team title.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that, at least from what I've heard from people who would know, is that he was the guy that they were planning to make the face.
Well, they planned wrong because Moxley became your fucking face.
All right, I'm going to throw to a commercial. We will be right back, and we will tidy up and finish my number 1 and tell you guys the big surprise that we have. So we'll be right back.
Castile. Indulge in the revolution.
All right, we are back. Let me see. Do we have any chats we need to respond to?
Do you? Oh, Matthew just donated us. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. AEW should sign James Storm. I think he's a solid worker.
I think he'd be better off in a backstage role. James Storm, yes, great fucking worker, but remember, he's coming down on the tail end of his career. He's not going to be able to run these full-time fucking booking gigs like they used to. So anyway, I'm out. I got 2 honorable mentions. You got 1 left.
What the fuck is happening here?
Why is it always my side? Dude, are you...
That doesn't mean come to my side.
exactly what it means. Stay over there.
It's hideous. This is Elwood. Elwood, say hi.
Is that a new phone? He had a flip phone the other day. What the... I told you, quit digging into our business account to buy him shit.
This is straight from my account. That's how much I believe in the Elwood. Go sit down. Be good.
At
good.
least he didn't fuck anything up this time.
Yes. Thank you, Elwood.
God, no, thank you. What the fuck are we doing?
All right, so my number one.
Is Elwood, we know.
No.
Because you believe in him that much.
My number one is a tie. I've got Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks tied for number one.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and help you. Fuck the Young Bucks.
Well, let me tell you why. It's because they were both at Ring of Honor at the same time. And, well, the three of them, I guess.
Well, they were both in Bullet Club at the same time. They were both in New
Right.
Japan at the same time. I mean,
But Dave Meltzer
fuck him.
put out a story that said that Ring of Honor would have no prayer of filling up a 10,000 seat arena for a pay-per-view.
Now you're calling back 2016, though.
This is where AEW started.
Technically, the talks of AEW happened at fucking Wrestle Kingdom 2017 between Jericho and Omega. That's where it first started.
This was where Cody Rhodes and the Bucks filled that Chicago stadium for the first All-In.
And that was supposed to be a fucking one-off.
Supposed to be a one-off,
So-
but it proved it could happen.
So if you really want to get technical, Cody wasn't involved in the start of AEW. The Young Bucks went to Tony Khan.
This show was the start of AEW,
But I'm saying the Young Bucks are the ones that wanted to push AEW.
which is fine. But this show is what launched AEW. It proved that it could happen. There wouldn't be an AEW if this show didn't happen.
Well, I get that, but you said that's where it started. No, the initial conversation, the first whispers of this started in fucking Wrestle Kingdom when Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega wrestled. Because Chris Jericho actually went to the Bucks and said, what if we brought this to the United States?
No, I understand that. But I don't think anything would have been, I don't think talks would have happened. I don't think anything would have happened had this first All-In not happened.
I 100% agree with that. But again, to me, the original All In was just a one-off show. That was just not even the blueprint. That was just showing, oh yeah, we can do this.
I don't know. I think it's more important than that.
Each their own. But again, if you got to choose between the Bucks and Cody at this point for their number one, based off what I know from this, you'd have to put the Bucks over Cody. I can't believe I just fucking said that. Bleep that out.
Do my best.
You will not. But yeah, it's hard to argue that. I'm honestly surprised you haven't put Kenny on here. Anywhere.
I did not put Kenny on there because with Mox and Jericho, I think they would have done fine internationally without Kenny Omega. I mean, I'm glad they had him, but I don't think. You think that?
Yeah, but Mox's first big feud was with Kenny.
I know, but they kind of overlap. Not that hey, Kenny Omega is one of the greatest workers on the planet, but they overlap functions. Like if we're talking about bringing new fans and being respected internationally, they kind of do the same thing.
To a point, but Kenny had a massive following.
Yeah,
in those early
which is
days.
why I'm glad he was there. But I don't know. I think thinking with more of a clear head, I probably would have changed mine up a little bit.
Yeah, fucking take Hangman off and fucking put Kenny there.
Probably.
Let's face it. Hangman was a mid-card guy in Ring of Honor, at best. Kenny Omega is a former world champion. He's a former United States champion, the inaugural New Japan Pro Wrestling IWGP United States champion. Leader of the Bullet Club, brought the Bullet Club from Japan into the United States with the help of the Young Bucks and made it fucking infamous to the point Bullet Club merchandise outsold anything WWE could ever fucking put out. Kenny Omega deserves to be on the top 5. Adam Page does not.
Sure. You've shown me the light, and I agree. No, I do. I do. Hangman, the more it was even hard for me to defend it when I said it. Like I was like, why did I put him here?
Because you're riding off that high of him winning the world title at All In. Because, like you said, he was supposed to be the guy they booked around him. Supposed to, but they didn't book around him.
Yeah.
Like, we could go back and watch all the old Dynamites on fucking Max, and, like, I could show you fucking point for point where they fucked up if they was going to fucking book him.
Yeah, I don't know what I was on when I wrote this list.
You was on that Pendulum is what you were fucking on.
Yeah, but I'm on my Benjamin now, and I see it completely differently.
Oh, fuck.
Crazy. Oh well. So
We have a special announcement.
see, Kozak gets it, even though I think we're both wrong.
How much time do you have for me to prove that wrong?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, so my brother, my man, my guy, my business partner, and my closest friend.
Lewis, thank you so much.
We have been doing this podcast for a little over 2 years.
2.5 years, yeah.
A little over 2 years. And we've busted our ass to make this as great as it is and still pushing and thriving for more. But we have an announcement to make.
Yes, we do. We have started a new podcast. It's not on YouTube yet. You can only find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, wherever you get your podcasts from.
Mm-hmm.
The links are in the description. New show is called The Booker's Table. And what we do is we, like, for example, Dynamite. We'll take Dynamite and go through every single segment of the show,
Mm-hmm.
critique it, say what we do better or what could have been done better or how we would have booked it differently. And we do one podcast for hour one.
One podcast.
The
for
next
hour two.
day, hour two will come out.
Yes.
So right now, last week's Dynamite is up on all the podcast networks.
Mm-hmm.
Just search HSP Presents The Booker's Table,
Or click the link below.
or click the link in the description. And yeah, we're really excited about it. We hope you guys will help tune in. We'll probably drop some of the videos on here every now and then. But yeah, go check it out. Hit the link in the description for the Apple or the Spotify podcast version of The Booker's Table.
Yep. As far as the Booker's Table, we talk a lot on HSP, WIW Fantasy War. So we thought something a little more short form would appease to a certain amount of the audience. So these are only like 20, 30-minute episodes apiece. We might run
I'm
over
shooting
like
for a half hour
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, but definitely Dynamite just dropped. Part 1 was on Friday. Part 2 was yesterday. Go check those out. We will be also be doing the same thing for Monday Night Raw, which those will drop respectively Wednesday and Thursday when they're recorded and edited and put up and all that good stuff. And these are, as of right now, podcast exclusive. You're not going to find these on YouTube right now, so definitely go check them out. Let's get that channel built up, and let's fucking have some fun with it.
All right. Outstanding. So, you got anything else you want to say?
Let me think. Let me funk on that. Actually, I do have a couple of dates for TFK.
Okay.
All right. So coming up August 2nd in Bainbridge, Georgia, we will be having Georgia Old School Championship Wrestling. I will be in attendance along with Billy Sharp and Johnny fucking Hughes. Will also be there in attendance to shake babies and kiss hands and all that good stuff. Moving forward, we will be having a working relationship with Georgia Old School Championship Wrestling on the TFK side, possibly on the HSP side, so be looking out for that. September 5th in Haines City, Florida, Tampa Bay Pro Rip Ruiz and Dark Court. Oh, you're going too. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm not going this time. Rip Ruiz and Draven Grimes will be in tag team action at Tampa Bay Pro in Haines City on September 5th. So be looking out for that. And we are nailing down dates for future Georgia Old School. And I've been told that we have Rock Solid Championship Wrestling coming up for the anniversary show in November. So be look out for that as well.
Outstanding.
Yes. Getting busy again because the weather's cooling down. And I can work outside venues again.
Where the fuck is it cooling down for you guys? Jesus.
Inside those gyms.
Yeah, I guess that would work.
Yeah. Yep. So, fuck it. Let's have an early day today.
All right.
Pleasantries?
Cool. Yeah, pleasantries.
Pleasantries. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you join us this Tuesday night for Weekend Wrestling with Dark Cordz, Draven Grimes, and Edgar from the my apology. From the Snug Wrestling Podcast, where we'll be covering the previous week's professional wrestling up to and including the contract signing between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. We're going to break that down. We're going to give our opinions and thoughts on that one. The tide's turning, my friend. It is turning. Also, this coming up Thursday, we will be having
Fantasy Wars.
We will be having part 2 of our WWE New Japan collaboration, where I'm going to go into full detail on the Bullet Club taking over WWE, up to and including booking pay-per-views and weekly show highlights, because I ain't going into fucking granular detail on that shit.
Yeah.
So we're going from the Royal Rumble that Okada, John Cena fucking started all the way to next year's WrestleMania. It's going to be fucking great. It's going to be fucking fantastic. My brain's going to hurt. My jaw's going to hurt. My voice is going to hurt. But it's okay because your boy's going to be on vacation. Pew, pew, pew. Starting this coming up fucking Wednesday. Do not fucking call me or text me about fucking shoot job bullshit. I will not be fucking responding.
Well, thank you for that.
And of course, every Sunday, Dark Cordz, Draven Grimes, HSP, the OG, the original. You like it, you love it, you gotta have more of it. The original Heel Shit Podcast, where I think the championship belt, top 5, I think we're going to cover that one next week, because that seems like a place to keep going. I think these top 5s are pretty good. That one's going to be more interesting. Because the rule for that one is you can't use those commemorative fucking singles titles. It's got to be something that's been used on TV, regardless of the company. It could be any company as long as you have photographic evidence supporting that it was on fucking television. We allow it.
And it's custom titles. It's not like the WWE Championship. It has to be like a custom title for somebody.
And let me go ahead and disqualify the Miz's fucking WWE Championship, where he turned the W upside down, put a piece of cardboard in there.
Yeah.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes. So, I can get behind that.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's... Oh. How could I forget about the merch?
The merch!
Fucking beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Because you fucking missed the cue on the fucking button.
I didn't miss the cue. I don't think that camera's on.
Fuck that camera today. As always, we will be having Forbidden Kingdom merchandise. We'll be having the Heel Shit Podcast merchandise. We'll be having all that shit. Dark Cordz, Draven Grimes, Rip Ruiz. I'm about done with the Speed Demon stuff. For everybody keep asking about it. It's almost done. I promise. There's little things I got to tweak and fix and make them perfect. As well as the Fuck Logan Paul shirt, which is Edgar's favorite shirt. I'm going to start sending him one a week in a variety of colors. And they're all going to be the uncensored versions. Nice. He's not a fucking snowflake. And one last time, remember to go find the Booker's Table on Spotify, on Apple Podcast. Rate them, comment on them, like them, all that good shit. And speaking of liking and commenting, if you're on the YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. Let's get this up to 20K because, brother.
Yes. We get... If we get 20,000 subscribers to this YouTube channel before the end of the year, Draven is getting the Heel Shit Podcast logo tattooed on his neck,
like
a la Cody Rhodes style. And Edgar from Snug Wrestling is going to have to wear some Fuck Cody Rhodes merchandise.
He's going to have to because they're going to get sent to him once a week because fuck. So with
So
that,
yeah, subscribe, please. Everybody subscribe.
yes, my pain is your pleasure. And with that, I mean, if you want to hit the YouTube memberships one more time, I think we're done, my guy.
All right. Yeah, you know about the YouTube memberships. Just hit that join button down there. $1.99 a month get you pretty much everything you need. We do have 2 tiers, but you can look and see what the differences are. And we'd love to have you as a member.
Also, don't forget about the social medias. Make sure you like us, find us on all that good shit.
Everything at Heel Shit Podcast.
Yes, the tiki-taki, the fippy-fappy.
Alrighty then. So, for Draven Grimes, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
Shit podcast, where the bad boys